What's going on, y'all? In this video, life on Earth is a dilemma. Now, let's be real and let's be frank. This shit is a dilemma. However you want to put it, however you want to box it up. I've been trying to come up with the greatest term to figure out what is life. It comes down to maybe two or three things. Life is competition, life is a dilemma, and life is what you make it. But the reason I say it's a dilemma is because we all have these inner questions. And there's this ultimate mystery about what happens when we die. And essentially, you're born and you know you got an expiration date and we don't know when that shit happens. And we also don't know why we're here. We kind of know how conception, man and woman come together, then have a child. You yourself may have a child. We all got parents. We all got 4 different grandparents, 8 different great-grandparents, 16 different great-great-grandparents, 32 different great-great-great-grandparents, 64 different great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, and so on, 128 plus blah, 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 blah. All right, boom. Y'all understand that. We all come from a fucking genetic lineage that got us right down to who we are modern day. But this shit is a dilemma, y'all. You're a soul having a human experience. I am a soul having a human experience. We're all in this physical, social realm together, just fucking making it happen, living off of the society and the books and the information and the ways in which we were programmed and told to live by our predecessors, our parents, the people within our culture, politicians, government, media, movies, everything around you telling you how to live your life, telling you what life is, telling you how you should think about life. No. This shit is a dilemma, and you have to come down to your own conclusions about what life is, what you doing here, what's your purpose, and what makes you happy, and what makes you get up and get active. All right, so I want to make that shit very clear before I go forward, because again, my past 2 videos, a little bit political. It's time for us to become conliberative. It's time for us to help impact and make a change in this country. Me in particular. Now that's all on the social level. You know what I'm saying? Political, your socializing, your ideology, your beliefs toward life, toward Earth, toward America, truly. Your beliefs toward life and Earth, that's very you, very separate, very individually specific. But when it comes to America and socializing and the culture that we're all in, I'm definitely inviting y'all to become conliberative. Basically, a merger between conservative and liberal. You have a liberal viewpoint, a liberal respect for democracy, for the Democratic Party, and then you have a conservative understanding that we need to maintain America and be strong. So ultimately, that comes down to one great conclusion, and that conclusion is having a strong ego. You want to have a strong ego. Your ego is your best friend. Your ego is what is going to help you succeed and be strong and guard and protect yourself, protect your identity, protect your family, make money, get stronger. You need a strong ego. So your ego is essentially your thoughts and your beliefs, your self-identification, the defense mechanism that is you, that keeps and protects you here. Now, at the same time, in this lifetime, we go through little and small, intricate ego deaths every single day. It's always something that's hitting at us. Every day we get older. Every day we get, quote unquote, closer to death. But an ego death is essentially like your identity in crisis. You know what I'm saying? Something happens and it really shakes up your reality. It shakes up who you think you are. You have to come face to face with some confrontation. Some ego deaths are larger. Of course, psychedelics really promote that ego death experience in all of us, but then everyday life, your jobs, finances, going through struggles and hardships, all of that shit, relationship issues, all of it can result in ego deaths. So basically, I'm here to help y'all through that. I'm here to help you essentially understand you're a soul having a human experience, and then to detach from the ego while at the same time raising up the ego. It's a huge game. But at the same time, you must understand and know that your mind is your perfection. Your mind is your heaven. So your thoughts, always tune them. It's time to win. It's time to be successful. And it's time to know that we are whole at all times. And yes, win financially, win in your economic game, your socializing game, but also win spiritually. Because just being in full alignment, mind, body, and soul. Boom, bam, bang. All right, y'all. The shit is a dilemma. So you really just got to come down to your own beliefs. It's not about choosing a religion. It's not about choosing a path. It's not about choosing what's already been here, just laid out for you to choose whatever religion to fall into. That's why I want to make sure I separate the spiritual content and the spiritual speaking versus the political and social perspective, because they're two whole different things. And ideally, you truly want to make sure you have it separated. Your spiritual path versus your human path. Our human path, I'm very much promoting us to be balanced and conlibrative, having that middle point, balanced ego and perspective on life and on politics and everything that goes on in America. That means being okay with the military, being okay with the police, kind of being okay with all of the fucked up violence and corruption that you know is going on this American plane. Because truly, y'all motherfuckers do not know and understand what is going on in Russia and China and all other countries. It's all inner turmoil amongst the citizens because they're all divided between a liberal viewpoint and a conservative viewpoint. So in America, the sooner that we can all come together and literally be right in the middle and have a conservative and liberal perspective on all things and maintain it. Because ultimately it just comes down to accepting self. We're all liberal and conservative if we're still choosing to participate in this society. Any form of government is slavery, quote unquote. You can't have any percentage of government and say that you're free at the same time. It's a cognitive dissonance, it's a contrast, it's an oxymoron. It doesn't exist. Government is just a euphemism for slavery. So we're all complicit in that said slavery. Now there's anarchists and people living tribal and people that are homeless on this planet. They don't give a fuck to participate. They may be camping out in the woods. They may just be living and surviving off whatever food and water they can get, but they not participating with the government system. So if you socializing, getting up, driving in your car, putting gas in, going to go clock in at a job or make sales in your business or fucking invest in the stock trade or listen to political information, 9 times out of 10, you here and you ready and you in this controlled society and you a functioning piece in it, just like me. So basically, on the social side, on the humanity side, I'm gonna make sure I continuously bridge and make this split clear. Right now, I'm speaking on the human ego social level, the conlibrative level. Ultimately, y'all, don't rebel. That rebellion energy is played out and is done and is stupid. Rebellion is just crashing out. Rebelling against the government, rebelling against ICE, protesting, all of that shit, control your emotions because the shit's not gonna change. Nothing in America is gonna change because America has to be strong and fucking violent and oppressive to the citizens in order to keep this whole land strong and in order and going in a uniform way to compete on a global economic field with China and Russia and whatever other global superpowers that is making shit happen in this world. So when you see people getting whooped and fucked up in America for going against the government, for going against Trump, you got to really learn how to control your emotions and not get riled up in it, not get too caught up in it. But at the same time, continue to go to work, continue to make your money, and continue to be happy. Because when you got a social media and you got a cell phone and you seeing all of these crazy images, you're getting sucked into the violence, you're getting sucked into the chaos, that shit can really fuck with your emotions. So again, it's an extreme balancing act. It's an extreme balancing act. And it's also all about having compassion and grace for those that have a different point of view than you, from those that have a different perspective on politics, religion, life, the president, who should be voted in, how Congress should do this, what bill should be passed. Just have compassion for those that are even super sucked into the matrix. Because the other part about the new conlibrative movement that I'm promoting, I don't want y'all to vote. Let the voting shit go. Stop participating. Feed yourself with the information. Feed yourself with all of the perspectives. Arm yourself with the information about what's going on in your country, because ultimately that's what's going to help you have not only emotional intelligence, but financial awareness of what's going on, of the themes of life, politics, politicians, what fucking drama is going on in this city, what's going on over here, what this governor is saying, what this fucking congressman is saying. So the news is good to listen to, and it's also good to listen to all of the people that politically dissect and break down the news and the politics. Every single thing that you see, it's good to really listen to it and stay up to date and aware, because what is consciousness? Consciousness is a being's ability to accurately perceive what is happening within them, the microcosm, and what is happening outside of them, the macrocosm and the midrocosm, which is the socializing, which is our social political scale of how we live and move in this world. So to have high consciousness, it's good to watch the news. It's good to listen to political podcasts and talks and interviews. And at the same time, you can ignore it, but ignorance is something that's just not for me. Clearly, I wouldn't be bringing a political, truly a political party, a political identification, an idea, a mindset, a philosophy, conliberative, the merger between conservative and liberal points of views. Whoever is watching me now, you may have came from a conservative background, you may come from a liberal background, but ultimately you need to look at both sides and start to interconnect and cross and link, so we can just fucking start knitting and wielding together as a country, because ultimately we're all already conliberative. To participate in America, it's already the most liberated and free and open and tolerant country of all, America. So that split between conservative and liberal, that just fucks people's minds up. All right, boom. That's the social level. Truly want to continuously promote, continuously speak on that. But then your spiritual game, your own incarnation on this planet, that is a whole different thing that you got to grasp and understand and pick apart within yourself. Because your parents, your brothers, your sister, your girlfriend, your boyfriend is not going to help you solve your own mental equation. Everybody has their own individual unique thing that they got to deal with as to why they're born on this planet, why they continue to live. Do you want to have kids? Do you want to procreate? Do you want to continue the cycle? Do you want to stay getting more invested into life? Because it's a dilemma, y'all. The more you get attached to kids, the more you get attached to a relationship, the more you get attached to a job, the more you get attached to anything, it truly makes it harder to escape and feel a blissful, light heart and energy of freedom on this planet, because of you weighed down by human attachments. And it's a crazy balancing act. So that's why I say this shit is a dilemma, because ultimately it's the biggest mystery of what happens when we die at the same time. Will we reincarnate back on this planet, or will we drift off into another dimension? So many questions, so many thoughts. But if you just got these questions and thoughts running around loose in your brain, and you're not coming down to some intricate conclusions about what you believe, what you know to be true, how you see yourself in this world, then nightmares, negative thoughts, demons, all trying to infiltrate your brain, all trying to make you think negative thoughts, all trying to steer you in directions that you didn't sign up for. That's why you got to come down to the bottom and get down to the bottom of the conclusions of your life, of your thoughts, of your who, what, where, when, and why. Because all of the religions, all of the stories is just out here and some shit that was written by other people. Now, ultimately, if you want to get the information from me, if you want my perspective on the bigger whole picture of life, I truly feel like we are all souls in this shit. We're all just literally parts of a bigger whole of infinite energy and consciousness. And we're just here in the physical plane on this earth planet. That seems to be the biggest evidence that we are God. It's not that God is something out there. It's that we are God, and we are attached to the bigger Godhood, collective consciousness. It's just that in this physical human body, our Godhood has been separated and cut off in boundaries called the human physical body, in which we all express, in which we all have the same bodily functions and limbs, and we go through similar human experiences. But your trauma, super individual and super unique to you, super part of your dilemma, and super a part of what you have to accept and come to grips with and literally just control in your own head, the shit that you've been through and the shit that you may go through in the future. Stay strong, stay prepared, expect and desire the best, but be prepared for the worst. Be prepared for some trauma. Be prepared for some drama, because we live in a dramatic world. But if everybody becomes collaborative, we can make a lot of shit happen. So ultimately, I want to just invite it to y'all first, my CTRL collective, because yeah, it's a balancing act to control and to stay in that middle point between two different ideologies, between two perspectives that are extreme, and to literally just keep going strong in this world amongst all the other people that's trying to pull you over here, trying to pull you over here. Nah, stay right in the middle. See everything for what it is, and ultimately don't even vote. Don't even cast your energy to it. Don't even give your full attention to it. If you already see and fuck with both sides, then what's the point of voting? Just let the undesirables vote, because those are the ones that's gonna crash out and fight each other and get into battle amongst the other sides. So you basically got like three options. You can pick left-wing liberal Democrat, or you can pick right-wing conservative Republican, or you could be an anarchist, which is no government, live homeless, live tribal, or just fucking hate the government and be mad at it, but still participate and have a job and still make money and function in this system, but claim that you an anarchist. Or pick both sides. Conliberative. Simple. So yeah, that's on the social aspect of life. And I've always promised that I was going to give y'all the best information. I was going to give y'all the cleanest, most wholesome perspective, the best philosophies, the best ideologies. And we is only loaded up about 20%. But for right now, in this exact absolute moment, on that social level, stop picking between left versus right politics. Stop picking between Democrat versus Republican, and just pick fucking both. Conliberative. So even if a Democrat gets in office next, fuck with them, ride with them, get behind them, support them. Let those that are angry get upset. And truly, y'all, when you're angry at something, you're just mad at the image that it's reflecting back to you, because it's really something within yourself that you don't like. Men in this planet that are mad at women fucking bash females. They just mad at their own feminine. They just mad at their own intuitive femininity, self, have. Women that hate men are just mad and not acknowledging their own logical, masculine, controlling, governing tendencies. So it's all just us and people projecting negativity onto their reflections in human bodies. So the bigger you can stop doing that, the faster you can stop doing that, the better. And that's why I'm promoting y'all to join the conliberative movement. Choosing both sides, seeing both sides, fucking with both sides, and you let those that's going to pit against each other and fall on the extreme, vote and fight against each other, politics, do whatever, debate, crash out, fight, protest, civil war, let it all happen, because truly those is the undesirables. Those is the, I don't even know what to call it other than undesirables, because it's like you truly don't desire the other side, therefore you are an undesired by the other side. And the term undesirable is just because like they're truly not, negative thinking is un-American. So a lot of people that really just don't get into politics be thinking positive, they be happy. But people that fall on the political side, you got a negative viewpoint on the other side. Y'all get what I'm saying, if you can see what I'm saying. So it makes you an undesirable already, because you're undesiring one thing and it makes you undesirable by the other side. And then you kind of become an undesirable. I'm going to actually just flash the definition of undesirable. So really it's kind of like a hierarchy. What's the word? Somewhat of a bourgeoisie perspective onto those that are peasants, are poor, as are poverty-minded, because the poverty-minded are those that fight. The poverty-minded are those that can't put their differences aside to just succeed. The poverty-minded are those that can't just let the pettiness go and just be happy and be positive and have great faith and high energy and high abundant successful perspective. No, you got to be mad at the other side. You got to be mad at what's happening. You got to pick a side. You got to fight. And that is what I'm claiming to be the fucking undesirable, because I don't desire it. I don't want those people around me, and 9 times out of 10, you don't want those people around you either, because people just be unhappy and angry. And it's a poverty mindset that's going to keep you in a poverty loop of being mad at life, being mad at other people, having a bad attitude towards shit. So yes, people that's on the side of Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, Republican, Democrat, left, right, red, blue, whatever the fuck, just extremes falling against each other. No, no, no. There's no point furthering into this American society, 2026 and beyond. Americans is better off to just become one big fucking nation, literally united under one mindset and under one viewpoint and perspective. All of the other shit just makes for clouded chaos and battle. And that's truly what the politicians benefit from. So, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. And again, on the other side, your spiritual game, you literally have to come to your own conclusions on that. But I'm here to offer you a really great conclusion and solution on your social and political game. Of course, I'm going to continue to bring the spiritual information, the spiritual perspective, but that is super unique and super solo. But stay strong, always, because you want to have a strong ego whenever death may come. You want to have a strong ego whenever that time may come, when you have to face death, when you have to face trauma. Strength and power is always going to be your saving grace, as is self-love and self-forgiveness. So it's a lot of mental hacks. It's a lot of alchemy that must take place for you to overcome the trauma, the bad shit that takes place on this planet. But I love y'all. Stay absolutely godlike and stay in control.